almost choked. I almost choked because of the way you said it.
Hello, everybody. Hey, guys. Hey.
Hello, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. Happy Sunday, everybody. How you
Yes.
guys doing?
Yes, yes. How are you doing? Thank you all for joining in with us today. I'm like the old lady, don't never be ready. I don't care what time we going, I ain't never ready. Somebody said something about that this week. Women ain't never ready. I'm one of them. I'm never ready.
Me neither.
We start
Me
at 7
either.
o'clock. I ain't ready yet.
Now, they don't have to give us that much time that Terrence said they got to give us. He said you got to, if you're going to say 7 o'clock, you got to say 4 o'clock. We don't need that much time.
I might need that much time because I ain't going to be ready anyway.
Maybe about a good, for me, maybe about a good 30 extra minutes. So just tell me be ready at 6:30. And I'm good.
I done miss half the stuff.
But not a whole 3 hours.
Yes, whole 3 hours. Can
Well,
you hear me? Can you hear
still
us?
digging in your bag.
Yeah, I was, child. Let me see. Can we see the comments? I guess they'll show up. Can y'all tag in and tell us where y'all call chiming in from so we can see if any comments will come up here? I'm trying to see if we'll be able to see any comments when they come on because I can't even see how to even write a comment if we needed to see anything. Views, comments will show up my stream as an example. Hey, is anybody up here? Can you put a comment up here so we can see something, guys?
Well, we're going to give them a second to join on in.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We have a good conversation for y'all tonight.
But to get that on out of the way, we always like to start our lives getting our disclaimers out of the way.
Yes.
Saying that, we do not offer advice. We just come up here to have conversations with everybody.
Yes.
So welcome to our live. I am Shakia. I'm one of the co-hosts.
Yes. And I am Tanisha. I am also one of your co-hosts. And we're Tanisha Shakir. And we don't stop saying we co-hosts. We are hosts. We do this together. We're one on this program. So we are hosts. Okay?
Well, we're the hosts.
We are the hosts. We host up here today. So I am in a different location today. So y'all always know I don't never be organized, right? So I'm always in the thing. Am I fitting right? Am I fitting right? Or whatever. Kitty looks so pretty today with your makeup on. Got a hair all up. Oh, excuse me.
I can't do compliments good.
Look at it all up. Look at it, got hair all up.
Oh my God, look at you. You always look good, girl. You could do the natural.
I'm trying. I don't always look good. I'm trying. I'm just so me all the time. That's just it. That's just me. But that's okay.
Well, I'm me too. The only thing about it is I just like makeup. I like playing in makeup a little bit. So I'll just put it on. Not that I actually need to put it on all the time, but I just like wearing it. So
you look good in it when you put it on, or when you don't have it on, you still look nice in it. I ain't gonna try to.
But speaking of, I'm looking for somebody to do my makeup for my birthday. So I don't want to do it myself because I really want my makeup to pop.
Your makeup does pop all the time when you do it.
No. I don't want to do it myself. I want somebody to do it for me. I really want like all that contouring that they do and the highlights that they do, all that stuff that I don't do. I want somebody to do it for me. Really, really good.
Okay. Well, we shall see.
So I'm going to have to put it out there so somebody can help me find a makeup artist to do it for me.
Oh, wow. So y'all know a makeup artist, put it in the chat. Maybe we can find somebody, help us find somebody to do this makeup she want to get all done.
Yeah. So I can take me some really good pictures and then I can have that 3D thing that go around you. And we that 3D thing people be doing?
I like that. I've never been on one before, but it looks very interesting.
It is. I heard that people I know I don't think it's really, I think it's like 300 or something to rent it for a few hours or whatever. But it's quite an experience, I heard. Really, so I think it's like 3 something. So,
wow.
But that's what I'm thinking about.
That'd be nice too. That'd be really nice. You know, but to come
Hey, girlfriend, how you doing?
Hey, you can see somebody else.
Yeah, Miss Eunice. See, I say you. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right because I always call
Miss
her
Eunice.
Eunice.
I can't.
You say Eunice, I'll be like Miss Eunice.
You know what?
I don't know whether I'm pronouncing it right or not.
Okay. So did she speak, or she is just you just saw her come on?
No, I just saw her pop on. How you doing this afternoon, girlfriend?
Okay. I can't. You gotta show me how to see all this. See, I gotta get used to this new tablet I have. Kia can see all this stuff. I can't see it, so I can't tell you.
You can't see it on iPhone. That is why I always say Samsung is better than iPhone. I can see it on my Samsung though.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I can't see nothing on this iPhone. Maybe that's exactly what it is, because I can't see it. But I'll leave it this way so we can see the comments when they come on, because that's the main thing we want to do. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Okay, so I guess we just asking everybody to chime on in, let us know that you're up here, that you're with us today. We have a good topic that we're going to be trying to get going on today. It's going to be a really good conversation. But we had a guest that came on Friday, so we're not changing the dynamics or the timing of our lives that we do. We're just trying to add more shows onto the lives. Everybody can't get on Sunday, which we understand that, and during the week we can address some things that people have been talking about, and so many different topics that we would like to do. I do want to say we are extremely grateful for the views that we have from everyone that comes on the YouTube, which we don't see too much of that, and also on the Facebook. Okay, but the reason why we're coming on during the week, so we can build up our channel, so we'll know how to, what avenue we want to put this our lives on. So we're really thankful for that. We come on, we do entertainment, and we come up here with some inspirational things as well as educational stuff. Just being in the know. We want to be well-rounded in everything we're doing, because we want to make sure that we can be a service, not even a service, but we want to be entertaining, not entertaining, but give me a word. What we want to do. I know what I want to say. We want to be able to engage with all our audience. And some people like some things, some people like another thing. And I'm a prime example, but I'm mostly educational, but entertainment is good. But I want to make sure that we're giving everybody something, a little of everything. You know what I'm saying? A little me, little Kia, a little somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Give you a mixture of us. That's it.
A little me, a little Kia, a little.
Give some of you, give some of me. We all like different stuff.
I agree.
Funny, maybe I need to open this door. Do I sound closed in?
No.
Okay, I just want to make sure, because it sounds like I sound closed in to myself.
No, it sounds fine. It sounds fine to me.
Okay. And I'm in this mirror, so I'm looking at my teeth. Okay, my laugh.
Well,
throw it off me, girl. Let's go.
So just moving along. So that was our disclaimers. We got that on out there, and we welcomed everybody to our show. We let everybody know that we thank you guys for joining on Friday. That is going to be be continued, wrapping up that show next Friday.
Yes,
I believe next Friday. So if you were interested in that, come back next Friday for the wrap up. I think it's going to be a really good show. We got a lot of good feedback from that. So tonight we are talking about the what's in the know. And we already know that on Friday, some things trickled down concerning our ladies, our women. And we just wanted to have a little chit chat about that tonight. Piggyback and, give some little views. I'll just have a little personal opinion, just have a little dialogue with each other about how we felt about that, because it's a lot of women across the world that is affecting. Okay, so that's just what we got going on tonight.
Okay. So, like Kia said, we're not therapists, we're not doctors, we're not, social workers, and we're not politicians. So that's the main thing we're gonna do. Even though this is a political thing that's going on, but we have to understand we have to use our voice. We're women. And not only women, it's young girls, mothers, even fathers, even parents are concerned about this issue that's going on today. And the topic that we're talking about, is Roe versus Wade. Okay, and I'm trying to find it without messing up my view. Here it is. Can you see the comments now? Can you see the private chat?
I can't see the private chat.
Okay, let me see. Can I take this out the private chat?
Hello, everybody.
You got it?
I can't see the private chat.
Okay, I'm going to see. Can I put this up here, guys, so that you all can see what this said? Okay, because this would make a lot of sense. Okay, in the comments, let me see if it will come up. Lord, please let the right thing pop up. Paste.
Let me see.
Okay, here we go right here. All right, here it is. Can we see it now? Okay, you see the comments now?
I can see it.
All right, now I think what I'm gonna have to do is hold my camera this way, because then I'll be able to see the comments. I can be able to chime in on the comments. Okay, see,
we got you.
Okay, there we go. Now, this is the conversation that we're having today, guys. So we can get a little feedback on what's going on. Because what I want to do, what we're trying to do, is to make sure when we bring these topics up, a lot of people may not be familiar about what's really going on and what's the deep underlying thing of it. But this is what it says right here. Okay, you want to read that, Kia, so we can make sure that people can go in a little bit deeper, so we can break it down on what we're trying to do.
Okay, so it says, on January 22nd, 1973, the Supreme Court issued a 7-2 decision, so 7-2, in favor of Jane Roe, holding that women in the United States had a fundamental right to choose whether to have abortions without excessive government restrictions, and striking down Texas abortion ban as unconstitutional.
Okay, so basically, with that being said, this is what all the fundamental stuff is going on that happened on Friday. Okay, so when they did that, that made the women have a right to choose. Now that has been stricken away. Is that what the issue is now? That's been taken away. But before we get in there, I just want people to understand. Look at the key factor to that. 1973. 1973, that became a law. How many years after 1973? So 1973 is how many years after that? How many years is that? 50, what? 53 years? 50? How many is that? I can't even count. Let me
see. 2022 minus 1973 is remember, I'm reading, not math. So let me pull my calculator out.
Hold on, I got my calculator. 19.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Okay.
I don't do math right off the top of my head.
That's
like
49
that. Don't
years.
Be coming for me either in the comments.
49 years.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Wow. So go ahead, Kia. I just want to get that. I just want to throw that in there. You finish. You go ahead on. Let's see what you got.
Okay, so we had the first question. Okay, so how do I feel with that? I'm very saddened by that, because I mean, this goes deeper. This is like, you could take this in so many different directions. And the reason why it hit home to me, because I just really don't know where to start with this, but it's really, really saddened to me. But one of the questions that I had that I wanted to post up here today, that someone had posted somewhere else, was, as a Christian, I feel it is a blessing, not a loss of my rights. Okay. So are you saying that you do not feel as though abortion equals murder, when one of the commandments said, thou shalt not murder? So this woman feels like, as a Christian, her rights is not being taken away from her. Okay, because it was one of the commandments that you should not commit murder. And she feels like abortion is a murder. It's committed murder. You know what I'm saying? So thou should not kill. So she doesn't feel like her rights are being taken away.
There's so many different levels to this.
Mm-hmm.
So on the level she's saying, she's not saying that it's affecting her anyway. She's looking, to me, it's like not a judgment call, but to me on this is a personal level. How do you feel about it personally? Not as of what do you feel about a whole collective of a group. Not getting away about the question that you asked, but on this right here. When the people made this decision was not a good decision based off all other circumstances that could happen across the border. So if I had to address this question to the young lady or the young man or whoever said it, because this is my opinion, if you had a situation where you had been raped, brutally abused, or whatever, and you had to make a decision, is this your right being taken from you, or is that your responsibility that somebody came and violated you? Now that you are pregnant with this child and you got to have that. So is that a woman's right or a woman's responsibility?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you take that as, your right or your responsibility? Okay, to even have the child. So okay, if the government said we're not going to murder this child, it's your right. We're not talking about somebody murdering. We're saying what is your right? It's your right. They're not taking away our rights, but they are taking away our right to choose. But what is your right? What would be your right?
Right. And based off of, and when you bring it from a Christian standpoint, God still gave us common sense, like with situations like that. And I would think that, God knowing that in these type of situations, I don't think that God would hold me accountable. Like if I'm at the pearly gates and he would say, you remember back when blah, 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 blah did such and such, and you chose to have an abortion due to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just really.
But you know what, too, Kim? We as people and we as humans, I'm just going to say as humans, have to be very careful on how we saying what something is. Because if you want to be biblically, in the Bible, it said don't sleep with dogs, don't sleep with bestiality, don't have incest, none of that stuff.
Right. So you can't call out one thing, but you not call them all out.
All right, let's bring it in. Let me bring it in closer like this way. It's somewhere in the Bible where they said if you slept with an animal or something, you got to kill that child. Bam. But so is that abortion? Is that murder or what? They are actually waiting till the child be born and kill the child.
See, picking and choosing. You picking and choosing.
That's what I'm saying.
And there's nothing wrong with pro-life. You know what I'm saying? I'm to a degree, I'm pro-life. I do not condone it at all, but I don't condone foolishness either. If you out here doing the crazy and impregnating women because of your crazy, I'm for a woman making a decision herself to say, you know what I'm saying? Just like for women who are addicts.
Yeah.
You by chance, you done got pregnant doing whatever it is you do because your mindset is not right. You understand what I'm saying? So you doing whatever you do to satisfy your habit and you got caught up. So you're pregnant, but you done made the decision to say, I know I'm not going to bring no addict baby into the world, into my addict world either. So I'm going to get rid of this child. Well, you know what? Okay. Because two things going to happen. Your kid going to have a bad life, or your kid going into the system.
That's fine.
So what you got? So you want a system full of kids without their biological parents you got to find parents for, or a sick baby because the mama was an addict, now the kid got all these health issues because of it. And so all of that is just going to be, this is like
it's a lie.
This is bad. It's bad.
It is.
It's bad to me.
It is. And I think what makes it worse is people don't sit down and rationalize out some of these things that's going on. If we would sit down and have these conversations, these hard conversations that we don't want to have with our family members, okay, there's going to be some conversations that need to be had. Okay, now, are you out here having sex? Are you out here doing something you got no? We need to talk about this right now, because if they say they ain't got nothing for us to get rid of these kids, then it's gonna be our responsibility to take on this stuff.
And you know what we just did today? We had conversations with our children.
Yes.
Kiara about to turn 20, the other one is 20, and the other one is 23. If you're not ready for it, make sure
you wrap it up.
Because it all boils down to what? Proper planning.
That's it.
Proper planning. That's all it boils down to.
It is.
You better make sure you planning.
And you know what? And I can understand it from the government standpoint. I tell people all the time, put yourself in a position of the person that's making decisions. Okay. And the reason why I say that is we go to the government for every single thing, everything. We want to do what we want to do, but when stuff don't fall right, we want the system to back us up. But then when the system comes in and back us up because everybody comes with all these different things, somebody's going to get offended. No, you need to sit down and make the tough decisions right now. Just it. Okay. If you know a man is in your, okay, let me give 3 scenarios. I think we went over there this morning. If you know, if a woman has a husband, and her husband is messing around with these kids, with her children, and the child comes and says, Mom, your husband messing with me. You already know. Okay, that's a conversation you need to have. What's going to end up happening is if the girl gets pregnant and then you trying to have an abortion, now, let's put it this way, we're going to court. My husband said, the pregnant girl's up here, we want to get an abortion. Well, why you want to get an abortion? Because she claimed that my husband slept with her. So let's bring the husband in. Husband, you sleep with his daughter, her daughter? He ain't answering the question. Okay, the baby comes, you got to have the baby. That's not a state decision. That's a household decision.
But you know what's going to happen, T? The house going to make the decision, because you know what the mama going to do?
What?
She either going to beat that baby out of her. Possibly. She going to beat that baby out of her, or she going to find somebody that can take that baby out of her.
Yeah, but you're right. But then guess what's going to happen? She going to probably still stay with the man. You see what I'm saying?
It's terrible, because like we saying, it's going to be illegal abortions. And it brings me to what's that movie for Color Girls?
Oh yeah.
And they were going on around there, the Macy Gray apartment, and she had all the tools set up.
Ready.
And she was giving them young girls in the projects their abortions.
Yeah. Something to think about. A lot to think about. You know what I'm saying? And then it's a lot of situations where it's just hard to pinpoint, because there's so many scenarios that can go on that how you make that one big decision out of all these things. How you going to line these people up? What about people that have medical conditions or whatever? What's the problem?
And I'm telling you, and like I said, a lot of people are not going to agree. But for me and my own decision, like, I think my childbearing days are over, or it would have happened by now. And I don't see God saying, I got you. I don't see him saying, you know what, I'm gonna get her when she turns 45. I don't see him doing that, because he really gonna set me up.
That's all I'm gonna do. I gotta buy you some Pampers and come over there and help you. But at nighttime,
girl, do you know my mindset? Woo. But anyway, but I can tell you, and I can tell you, if the doctors was to sit down and tell me, Miss Barnes, I know for a fact this baby not going to be right. Something is going to be wrong. This baby not going to live a full-term life. This baby going to have issues. You're going to need a doctor. You're going to be having to take this kid to the doctor all his life. It's not going to have a healthy life. If a doctor tell me that, and my baby is, I'm 2 months pregnant, 6 weeks, something like that, pregnant. And nope, and you may not like what I got to say, whoever listening, I'm going to make the decision, because my decision is I want my child to have a full life. I can't help what may happen after my kid is born, and some unforeseen trauma may happen. But if somebody's telling me that beforehand, I'm gonna make a decision.
Yes.
Because why would I set my child up knowing that he can't perform, he can't run, he can't play nothing, he can't, do what other kids do? Why? From the womb, and I know this, and again, it's my opinion, and it's just me.
Yeah.
It's just me. And do I have faith in God? Of course I do. Will I pray? Do I feel like God can make a miracle? Yes, I do. But at the same time, he gave these doctors common sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm hearing what the doctor is saying and showing me.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta have some kind of common sense for myself.
You're right.
And I'm gonna pray that God gives me another opportunity to get pregnant again and try again. I mean, that's just me.
It is. And that's what I was saying. There's just so many situations on a case by case basis. You see what I'm saying? That's another example. Because we was giving, I said 3. I was giving, Kia gave one, I gave one.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the one with the incest, or you have the one with the medical. Then you have the one with the just straight out gang rape.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So what do you do about those things?
Mm-hmm. And you talk about incest. Incest back in the day, sisters and brothers and cousins used to play all the time, and they were experimenting and having sex and all of that. Didn't even know what they were doing. They were doing it with their cousins and brothers and sisters, and getting caught up.
Yeah,
getting caught up. I mean,
that's my thing right there. Do you all think that's a responsibility? Or you think that's a woman's rights? Is it a right? Are you taking away my right? Or that's a responsibility of the actions that you put yourself in?
Mm-hmm. It's so many traumas that have been eliminated because the woman had the right to say, you know what, I'm not ready right now. Or I can't bring a baby into this situation. And yes, you can do adoption. You can do adoption. Just like me. Like I say, I'm not afraid to say my story. Me being adopted. Yes, if my mother did not make the decision, I could have not even been born because she wasn't ready to have me and take care of me at that time. Okay, I could not even have existed. Okay, cool. But she made a decision, and yes, but my parents was already there ready to get me. You know what I'm saying? Because they had already had my brothers and sisters. So, but I can't imagine a person knowing that they didn't want a kid and you making them go 9 months. What's going to happen? They're going to form a connection. And then you're going to force them at the end to try to decide whether they really want to give it up or keep it. Then they're going to go through postpartum, depression, and you never know how they might end up killing the child because they really didn't want it to begin with. It's just a lot. It's a lot, child. I don't know.
It is, but you know what, too? And I think they made all these decisions but not even paying attention. Because when you go to the doctor's office or when you go to the hospital, you get this form that says patient rights and responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
I work in healthcare. You need to read that stuff where it says, it is our right. It's what's the 5 patients' rights. Okay. It is one of the recommendations to reduce medication errors and a harm to use the 5 rights: the right to a patient, the right to drugs, the right to a dose, the right to route, and the right time. That's just using medicine. Okay. But to take care of his or her health, to care for, to protect the environment, to respect the rights of others and the patient and the provider, to utilize healthcare systems properly and not to abuse it. My rights and responsibility for me is to what? To protect the environment and to protect my rights. The doctors to protect the rights of the client, to make sure they're not abusing the person's rights. you're abusing a person's rights by taking it out. How is the HIPAA interfering with this?
That's why, again, you're gonna have so many sicknesses and all of that, because women just gonna take matters into their own hands.
Yes. Do you have another question? Or y'all have any comments from our viewers that's up here? Because I knew this was gonna be a quiet one today, because this some stuff.
The only other point that we made, because we covered the 3 points that I really had up here. The other point, while if somebody's up here and they got something to say, I think everybody that's up here is probably just listening.
Okay.
People who had concerns about being allergic to birth control, or if the birth control is not working and they have to take something that's a little bit more stronger, but it's dangerous for them.
Okay.
So they're at even more risk for pregnancy, or, so
I guess the question would be, if we have to be more careful right now, or if the reason why we become pregnant is because of the birth control, what would be an issue with that? And it happened with birth control. She said she had it happen with birth control.
I had it happen twice. Twice.
Hey, Lexus. And that's
hey, what's going on? Yeah.
And that's something that goes on too. We can do as much as we can, but like we said, medically, that doesn't mean that stuff is working.
Right.
If you give us something medically, doesn't mean it's working.
Yeah. Because people just take it for health reasons or to regulate their cycles.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But not necessarily that it works in helping them control birth, because it doesn't. They might have to take something a little bit more, stronger to actually control birth.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You know what, too, that was, since we talking about that, we had mentioned something about when we was in school, how they used to come to try to, control our birth, control birth with kids. They used to come and pick us up. I don't know how many of you all up here remember when we was like in high school. Matter of fact, since we looked at the jumps, I don't want to see what he's saying right now.
I just remember when, girl. Them little trips to the clinic.
Yes. I just want to say this before we do this. Y'all remember that first of all, Wade?
Hello, Roderick. How you doing, bro?
What is it? What is the thing called? Oh, I forgot what it was.
What?
Wade versus Roe.
Uh-huh.
Okay. That came out in 1973.
Uh-huh.
So if you can remember back, when we was in high school, I don't know how long ago they started taking women to the clinic, girls to the clinic. I was in the middle school. I'm going in 77 now. And I remember when my mom took me to clinic to go get our booster shots to go to the middle school, right? So she took me to the clinic. I was like, what all these high school girls doing in the clinic? Then they were piling them folks up, putting them in the car, girl. They were having a good time. They had these little brown bags. Everybody had a brown bag. I said, what the hell are they doing? Where they going? Where y'all at? I mean, why y'all here? Where y'all mamas at? So I didn't know what was going on the whole time. When I got to that high school, I found out what was going on. But before that, I was getting ready to go to the middle school to get a booster. Had to go get whatever the shots was. We turned 13 or 10 or whatever, to go get another shot. Okay, so at the 5th grade, I remember that my mom had to sign a waiver for us to take the sex education class.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? That when the stuff was real, people was upset about that. Who's to say what was in that waiver? I wrote it down. Talked about giving the state permission that when your child was a certain age, that they would take them to go get their first pap smear or take them to clinic to get checked out. I'm not saying that what was in the waiver, but how in the world could the state come and pick the kids up from school? The health department a representative from the health department come pick your children up from school and take them to the health department and get them a pep smear, a pap smear,
Mm-hmm.
a pap smear, whatever, pap smear,
Uh-huh.
get a exam,
Right.
and offer them birth control pills without a parent signature. Come on, now.
Yes. And you know what? Because I remember when my mother found out, I wasn't sexually active at all, but you know, in school we didn't want anybody to know that we wasn't. But we were going on them trips every chance we could.
Yes.
But that afternoon, my mother found out. I got home because you know she did random checks in my room like it was nobody's business. Like stay in my room. But you know you couldn't tell your parents.
You need to hear it.
Girl, I got home off that bus and she had piles and piles of them little, you know, it was like the pink and blue little tablets. And she had piles and piles of them. I had them stuffed up under my in between my mattresses. She said, "What the H is this?" And she said, "You haven't said." I said, "No." And she said, "I'm gonna take you to the clinic." And I had to tell her everything. I said, "Well, you know, they come and they pick us up and they went." And it was, you know, God rest her soul, but you know who it was in court that was coming to pick up her. She called her and everything, came and picked, she came over to the house and she said, "I didn't give nobody no consent to come pick my daughter up and take her nowhere. I'm going to call the police." I was, oh my God, you talking about embarrassed. And she said, "Who gave y'all the right? Who, you know," and she was mad. And I was shocked because I thought like, I knew the parents didn't know. But I was like, well, how did the school get this organized and everything? Like,
yes.
That's something it really makes you wonder.
Yep. And it does make you wonder to see how much they had control over us then.
And but you know what my mother did tell me? She said, and I was like 16. She said, "Kiki," she said, "I would rather you get pregnant and have a baby than be on all that stuff." She said, "It's no good for you." Wow. She said, "Birth control or any of that is no good for you." And I wish I had listened to her. Because like I said, I got pregnant twice. One on the pill and one on the shot.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
And I'm standing there in the hospital with Andre, like, "What? You said I'm doing what? You having a miscarriage?" "Oh, what?" Didn't he know? What was going on with me? Yes.
You know, wow. We want to answer something, talk back to them before I make my extra point. I got my little thing written down right here.
Okay, so Lexa says, "People thought I didn't take my pills. My pills was for controlling my period." Yep, at one time, some girls do have to do that. Mm-hmm. She said they still do it for Suffolk. I didn't know because I was wondering myself, do they still do it at Southampton?
Oh, goodness.
Can I get in on it? Of course. Yes. Thank you for chiming in. I did, and I had a Q7, what you call an IUD, and I still got pregnant. I'm telling you, my mother told me that mess was no good for our bodies. And you know, she was old school. I just thought that she just didn't want me to, you know. I thought that was just one of her stories where she was just saying, just don't do it, period. But anyway. So right. So now that one chick can't go and tell them 4 different dudes that she wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta stop and restart. Okay, so now that one chick can't go and tell them 4 different dudes that she have to go to the Tuscaloosa, knowing good and well that she lying, and now she then came up about 2 to 3 huh? I might gotta read that to myself and then come back and read it out loud once I understand what you
about some money to be paid. I don't know.
I do think the entire situation is completely wrong, right?
It is.
Right.
You know what? Go ahead.
I might be having a slow moment, Roger. That's why I got to read it to myself.
You got to remember what we were saying when he said that too. So that makes a difference too.
Yeah, you know he be coming for us because he know I have my slow moments and he ready to come for me.
And I be just looking, so they be like, she'll do it. But I'm like, you right.
Him and Kelvin be coming for us. So
yes, yes.
I'm gonna have my slow moment.
And girl, they got another teammate. They got him coming for us too. But that's all right. We got y'all.
That's all right. All three of them be coming for us. That's cool though.
But we saying this with our breasts today, because we for real.
We saying it with our what, T?
With our breasts today. We got
loud and clear.
Yes.
But yeah.
You could be doing a live tonight too. Okay, I understand that. You're right, Lexus. We got to talk about these things, because if we don't talk about it, if we don't go ahead and get this out, it's going to be worse. It's going to be real worse.
Absolutely.
But this is what I wanted to say. I remember when the lady came to pick me up. Okay. She came to pick me up. I was like, well, I didn't even sign up. They just called my name to the office. And I went. I was like, what the world is we doing here? So I'm seeing all them girls sitting there. I'm like, what do you say, girl? You had sex too? I was like, I ain't had no sex. What am I doing? So we got back there. The lady did a pep to me. She said, well, you have to put your legs on the thing. I'm like, what is going on here? I don't remember signing up for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I did my first pep smear, not at the OBG, but at the health department.
Me too. Yeah.
And what made it so bad, we was going to health department. The first thing you would see up there, so many people with STDs. These many people got gonorrhea. These many people got syphilis. I'm like, what the devil is going on here?
And look, and if you came out with more than one of them little brown bags, they looking like,
yeah.
No, they'd be like, how you take it? I took it like a champ, girl. I mean, it was comical back then, and didn't really know that it was all a control thing. You know what I'm saying?
It was. And not only that, I didn't take the birth control pills. And I'm glad I didn't take the birth control pills. You know why I didn't take the birth control pills? Because I was allergic to estrogen. If I take the birth control pills back then, they probably would have killed me. I cannot take birth control pills. I probably got pregnant myself. So I did get pregnant. But it was later on in the time. I didn't get pregnant during the time I was going to the health department. But after I had stopped going, I got pregnant my 12th grade year. When I got pregnant my 12th grade year, I was still in touch with the lady that was down in the health department. She called me on the phone at home. Mr. Sneisha, I heard you pregnant. She said, come on down here so we can help you get an abortion. I said, what
girl
talking about? Even though that was, I wasn't thinking that was something I needed to do right there, but for someone to say, we can go get you an abortion.
But girl, it's mind blowing. Roger said it's when they be lying to different dudes saying they need the money for the operation and take the money. Oh yeah, they do it. They do that.
And then don't have the operation, and then be still trying to grab y'all for child support.
Yeah,
but I don't know what them women at.
But you know, this thing they've been trying to do for so long to women. They've been controlling us for a long time, and I've seen on so many platforms in the past couple of days how women are just scared. They feel creepy around men in public now, and I don't know if they putting on or if they really are just scared, because you just don't really know. And then I see a lot of posts about the red states and the blue states, and it's mostly geared to the red states. This law thing, but it's crazy to me. I mean, I remember when I couldn't they told me I couldn't have a hysterectomy. I was too young. I was too young to have my tubes tied, because I was still childbearing age.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, how you gonna tell me? I'm asking you for something. I'm telling you I want something. It's my body. I don't want it. I don't want no more kids. I don't have but one, but I just don't want any more kids. No, you too young. We can't do that. Cause you just gonna control me, huh?
But you know what? We gotta get back to those things that we
right, Lexus. Ain't it crazy, girl? It's crazy. And even in the medical issues, and like I told you guys, I'm very transparent because this is a learning moment. This is something for women who just don't know, so I don't mind sharing it. Just in my medical history, okay, having procedures that is harmful to my body. And I say, well, you know what? Why don't we just do a hysterectomy? No, you too young for a hysterectomy. So you want to keep cutting me. You want to keep operating and doing on me instead of just going on getting rid of all of it.
Now they want to keep getting them dollars.
Just get rid of all of it. You want to keep seeing me. You want me to keep going through the same cycle over and over and over again, the same problem. No, you in your early 30s at that time. You in your early 30s. You too. What? Wouldn't do it, child. Wouldn't do it.
Wow. Lexus said, I guess she's saying it was only the black girls that was going during the time she was going. I don't think I've never seen any Caucasians or any other races of women going. I don't remember.
You know what? Me neither. Me neither. We piled up in that car with just us.
Girl, like we were going to the game somewhere.
And you know what my mind was at? That was a whole day out of school, especially it was more than 5 of us.
Because they had y'all all had to wait for each other to come back. And I was like, let her get back to school before the bus. Let her get back to school for the bus. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have to look up something on that waiver because it had to be something that was somewhere that said that. It's something that we signed or our parents signed somewhere that said that.
It had to be.
It had to be.
Because I don't see them just showing up like that. And my mother had to, it had to be something in that package of school papers.
that free lunch or something they had to sign. Because even back in the day, when you went to social service to sign up for food stamps or Medicaid or something like that, you waived over your right for something. I'm telling you, we did. But that's another thing right there. As people of color, as of women today, we need to read everything we sign. If we don't understand it, I don't mean no harm. I ain't putting nothing up here till I read it. And if you got a problem with it, you need to cancel it because I'm going to read everything up here. If I don't understand it, and if you can't explain it to me, you really need to go to the next step.
Yep.
Because we're signing away our rights, we're signing away our health, we're signing away our life. And like Kid said, this is a learning moment. This is a serious matter. If we don't pay attention, we're not gonna make it. We're gonna be extinct real fast. Real fast.
Yep.
And sometimes it takes something for people to wake up. It's okay. You didn't wake up yet? I'm gonna wake you up.
Yep.
Wow. That is something to do. And then you said something about the way that people doing these illegal abortions.
Yeah. They're gonna research it. YouTube got everything. You're gonna have everybody in their basement.
Yep.
They're gonna get on Amazon, order them a table. And they go, all you need is them big old tongues. And I mean, they're gonna have it. And as it sounds crazy, but they're gonna be doing, they're gonna have these midwives and they're gonna have these retired nurses, retired doctors. I'm telling you, they're going to find a way and people will clear out their bank accounts, their savings just to get it done. They're going to do it. Because when they say it's my body, like you said, my body, my right, they're going to take that to this is my body. I bet you I'm going to do what I want to do with it. So,
wow. That's going to be something else.
Yeah. But then you got to deal with sickness and other stuff, making sure that you heal properly and all of that. So that's why that's the downfall of it.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. So, but I just pray that the women, we stick together. I don't know how far the fighting gonna go, the protesting and all that they gonna be doing, but
Yeah.
but I do. It is a
Yeah.
God spoke on these days, sure did. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Only thing I can say by that, but midwives and different things like this, with people that into holistic medicine and different things like that, they got herbs and stuff for this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You best believe everybody gonna be holistic counselor or whatever. Some of the stuff is good, but some people mix these herbs to make things to be bad. So we have to pay attention with that stuff that's going on, because people will be mixing some things and it's gonna have some people sick.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. I do it too. I'm into herbs too, but honey, I mean, you gotta be. When I was pregnant with Shaquan, this lady that I'm not gonna say now, but this lady came to me. She said, Tanisha, she said, I'm gonna tell you what to do. She said, I'm gonna tell you what to do. Go get you. I'm gonna tell you what she told me to get. She said, go get you a ginger root. And she said, take the ginger root, don't peel it, boil it just like it is, and drink it real hot. The baby's gonna be gone tomorrow. I said, what? So your baby's gonna be gone tomorrow, and then you can just bleed a little bit. You'll be all right.
But that's the thing. Are they planning on taking Plan B and all of that off the market?
You know what? That's a good question.
I mean, because one thing, it's a contradiction there, though. I mean, although the baby hasn't formed, but Plan B is almost like, okay, we're gonna get rid of it before it even come. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know.
Because you know what, too? Sometimes people if they get pregnant while they're on the birth control. So, that's a good question.
I was just wondering, like.
So what does Plan B and the birth control do anyway? So how does the birth control even keep you from getting pregnant? Does it bypass the egg? Does it break the egg down? What does it do?
What, the Plan B?
No, the birth control or the Plan B. If you take birth control every month, what is the birth control doing to your cycle every month? That if the egg's supposed to meet the sperm, it's the birth control pills killing the sperm off? How does that actually work? What is the chemistry in that, or what is the experiment in that? Have you ever thought about that?
I never thought about it. I was just happy for it until I got pregnant the first time and realized it did not work.
Okay,
until I realized it wasn't working for me.
Yeah, so how's it stopping all of that anyway?
That's a good question. And you know what? I remember them explaining it to us when we were teenagers, how birth control actually worked. Yeah, I remember them explaining it, but I'm having a moment where I just don't remember.
Me either. And it's like, what were we doing it like bunnies? That they feel that because we don't need no more babies or something. What was the problem with it that they thought that all this need to be on birth control? Was it too many people? What was the thing that they?
Yeah, because they were giving it to us like candy. I mean, the bag was full to the top, and they was like, take them.
Okay, I'm joining the eggs.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So how, even if sperm won't in your egg, even if you won't even having sex, period, what was it stopping? Was it going to make you not fertile at all?
I think so. Like, it was so much of it in your system, so it stops your ovulation.
Oh,
okay.
Because that's what I was saying. A lot of people was even taking the birth control. They weren't even having babies. You know what I'm saying? I ain't taking the birth control, period. Now I was still doing. I was as much as I could. Whenever my mom went to sleep, I would turn that chair up. I was still doing it. Hey,
tearing the whole couch up.
Girl, we would turn that chair slam up. It's old now.
Your mama listening like, I knew something was going on in the street. I knew it. I knew it was getting rocky for some reason.
It's time for your company to go home now.
Girl, I know, because I was putting my mama to bed and it was
Look, Ma, you want some water? You want me rub your legs?
girls.
Go to bed.
But anyway, yeah. Mm.
But we tell the truth. I mean, then it's joking now, but now it's like, okay, see what they were doing to us.
Yeah.
We gotta help these chicks out. The apartment is overcrowded.
And
then who's to say what was their main purpose for doing it anyway? You know what I'm saying? It all came from some kind of study. And I think that's what happens whenever they make laws and something. There's a study that they're doing on people to see what's going on. Like you said, not too much control, but if people keep going to the government for certain things, they're coming for us for this one thing, let me see what is going on. Okay, so y'all coming because you getting pregnant and you want us to help y'all take care of these babies and all this extra stuff. Okay, let me give you some birth control so we can stop that. Okay, now you got the birth control, you're not taking the birth control. What's going on? I mean, dang, you had a baby, you don't want to have a baby. Now you still had a baby, we still got to take care of you. What do you want?
Okay, but now you want us to have all the babies. So now you got to take care even more. Like, you don't even know what, they don't even know what they want.
But you know what? It might come down, they might stop that.
Yeah.
Whole genocide. Okay, we ain't taking care of you or your children. And then for real, is it their responsibility to take care of us if we making irresponsible decisions? Not people that's not making irresponsible decisions. You know? It's just these conversations going to be told up.
What? It won't just me. It was T too.
It was. I know Bucci ain't up here talking.
T started it. She was tearing the couch up.
You sure was.
I just said, I ain't going back. I ain't gonna bring it back up. She said she was tearing the couch up. I said I would put my mom in bed too.
Bucci know I would turn that couch up. Let me see. The plan is called the Evolution of the School Health Program.
Oh, yes, we gotta go and read it.
Come on now, Alexis.
See, we gotta go back and read that.
Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in my phone so I can look this up tonight.
Yep, because that was the piece of paper my mother flew through. She didn't even read that, and it's a lot of parents that's probably flying through that is not reading it because their kid is getting picked up. Y'all, your kid is getting picked up. Now, let me stop.
Oh, my God. But you know what? Some of those programs had, in order for you to get all the benefits, you had to check this. You know, it said, I agree to this. I agree. We ain't reading that stuff. I agree, because I want this. It's free lunch. But you agreeing to all this other stuff. Because some kids didn't, a lot of kids didn't get into the program. I do remember that. A lot of those children didn't they didn't let their kids take sex education class. There are different ones. Y'all have to search the one that's for Virginia. Okay, so we got to put one for Virginia. Thank you.
But I think they done took that class clean out of school now. They probably need to bring it back.
Yeah, but you know what? Oh my God. It came up.
Well, we're gonna search that later, right?
Yeah,
so you searching it now.
No, I just pulled it up so we can see. And thank you so much, Alexis.
Oh, Suffolk. Okay, yeah, you did say Suffolk still have it. Yeah, the sex education class, they still have that too. I don't know if our school have it.
I haven't heard Mama say nothing about no sex education class. But you know what? They did, but it was in elementary school.
Elementary?
Yeah, I was in elementary. They was like in third grade.
In third grade? I guess. Well, listen. This day and age, you probably got to start them in third grade.
Yeah.
You probably got to start them way back in third grade.
Yeah.
I think they touch on it a little bit in health class now, but it's not like a whole class.
Not like a whole class. That's
Yeah.
how ours was. Ours was like probably for 6 weeks. That's all we talked about was, the egg, the ovulation, and different things like that. But when we got to like the middle school, a little bit in the high school, they started talking about the other parts of the sex person, the other part, the other gender part. But they just gave us a basic thing. Then when we got to a certain age, I guess when we got to the part where we started doing our menstrual cycle, or the guys started doing their puberty, that's when they started taking them to the clinic. But Gucci, did the lady come pick y'all up, take y'all to the clinic, and get y'all some condoms, or what did they do to y'all?
Yeah, you know what? I wonder, did they take the guys?
Roger, did they take y'all down there? Did they have it down there and down
And that's something to wonder about, like in different states, down like in where they are.
Yeah.
In those states. Wow. But this has been a really, really good topic. I enjoyed.
Yes, me too. So we're gonna see if they're gonna answer us on that. If he's still up here, if they do that in Alabama, do they have that program? Or did you know talks about sex, STDs and sex and more? Yeah. They talked about the STDs over here on that side too.
Do they?
Yeah. They talked
I need to check with the high school. I really don't think so.
They did. But we was there, they talked about the STDs.
Oh yeah, when we were, we had the whole class. They had videos and everything when I was in school.
We did too.
Over the years, I think they done did away with that.
Yeah, these kids they don't need to. They had sex in school. So who is that?
Oh, girl, that's a whole nother time, child.
Now they had sex in the class. They do.
Do they? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That was a conversation that came up yesterday with someone, and they was wondering about, like, with the laws, like with trans in the school system, how would they have them go into like the bathrooms? Like, do you still have to go into the bathroom of what you was originally born as? Or can you go into the bathroom for what you identify as? And I said, I thought either last year or the year before, Southampton had a thing that they was going to bring out where you could go into whatever bathroom you identify as. But I don't know whether it ever went into effect or not. But I know Franklin was like, we ain't adopting that.
I hope they don't. I hope they go into the, because if you're a woman and you're identifying yourself as a male and you're going into a male bathroom, how you gonna sit down and use a bathroom?
Yeah, I think that's dangerous because anything can
transpire
unless you are fully trans, unless you done had the whole type of surgery, then I understand. But if you just identifying as, I now identify as he, but I was born she, I still think you ought to go into the she bathroom, But
or just for their protection sake, just have a bathroom from them, just one bathroom where one person goes in. Because that's a lot. How much?
Yeah.
Just going to school like that and everything. Yeah, they do.
Yeah. And like to each his own, it's all good and everything, but just we're making those decisions. I think whatever you were born as, go into that particular bathroom just to keep all the confusion and all the issues down. Because all you need is for somebody to be like, something done happened to me, and and then the school got a whole problem.
Yeah, because you put yourself in that predicament. Just do what you're supposed to do. Then at home, do what you want to do. But when you here, just adhere to these rules. That's it.
Right.
That's it. I guess Bucci didn't want to answer our question. Did they ever take you to the health department?
What question? Oh, taking the guys. Oh, okay. I don't think they did. I never saw them take guys. I always saw them pull up for us.
But they bought guys. She bought guys some condoms because they said they got them. How they get the condoms?
They surely gave it to us. They gave us birth control and condoms.
I think they gave guys some condoms too. I don't know. Well, maybe he ain't had to go, so that was a good thing. No, I purchased my own condom. I said them Jones in the clinic used to break a lot.
There you have it.
Wow. So they never asked y'all done never had to go to clinic for nothing. Y'all done never had to do it. Y'all remember doing anything? That was experiment on women then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It was an experiment on us. And then they were going to take that to see how many out of these group of people got pregnant from you bringing them to the, you know what I'm saying? So they kept a log of all of us, how often.
Mm-hmm. And look at this, based off the year 1973. So by the time them girls were born in 1973, get to the part where they get to high school, but they can get on birth control, bam, that's probably what they did.
Lexus said lifestyle common red and white box. Yeah, old school. Right, definitely.
I don't even remember what color they were. I don't think I used them. I don't think I gave them to
the blue and silver ones.
Yeah. Oh, the silver ones. They were silver, weren't they?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, you know how nasty I was. Let me see. No, I didn't.
I am dead. I'm weak.
They didn't take us. Now, they were sneaking back then, but you know, that's all right. It's okay.
Our generation knew how to do it, though.
I ain't lying.
We knew how to do it, though.
Until we got caught. But you know what? The state trained us real well. They taught us how not to tell every darn thing. So we got it. Anyway.
But in a nutshell, you know, they done regulated that. So we just gotta plan. We just gotta plan better.
That's right.
So women, they done took the rights away under that category. But if we don't want, we got to plan and do all that we need to do to make sure we can prevent that.
That's right.
Okay. But when unforeseen matters or circumstances happen, you know, those situations where we run into the problem. So we could just only pray and, you know, hope that those things don't happen.
That's right. That's right. And then have the conversations with your families. You know, if you know something is not going right in your families, in the community or whatever, if you see something, say something.
Right.
Is that what I said? If you see something, say something. If you know, talk up, because this is where our vote matters with women, men, or anything that's going on in this world. That's why our vote matters. Our voice matters when we talk about stuff. It's been mattering all the time, but sometimes we get so comfortable with stuff, we stop talking. Then when things change on us, everybody got a conversation. It's been a conversation all the time. We just stopped talking about it.
Yep. So
he's like, he knew I was fast. I won't fast. I was slow. You know, I was slow. Yeah, I was a good girl.
Yes, very good.
A good girl. I was always a good girl. I had a boyfriend. I did stuff too.
That's all it was. Listen, that's all it was.
I won't fast. I just had a boyfriend. I did stuff too. That's all.
And it was fun.
It was while we were young. They said when we were young. That's all. All right. Well, we enjoyed y'all being up here with us today. We really do. Yeah. And Lexus, we're going to jump on your live when you get up there and see what you're talking about. You say you have a live today too, so I'm going to hop on you today.
Yep. And what time? Or tag me.
What time is your live today, Lexus? Let us know what time your live is if you're still up here. Because she does a lot of holistic things. She talks about a lot of different lifestyle things as well.
Oh, really? Okay, good.
So at 8. Okay, good. That gives
just in time. Okay.
Yeah, it does. Okay, so thank you so much for that. If you all see Lexus Jenkins up here, I think her lives be public. We can go up there and check her out sometime. And whoever else is up here, you know, we really appreciate you coming up here and even conversating with us today. That's what we need. We need transparent people to come up here and conversate, or even just let us know what questions you have or what comments that you that you have about these issues that we're talking about today.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, got anything else, Kickback?
Nope, I don't.
I was lighting it.
That fool.
Yeah, you and the crew. Thank God for change and slowing down. You know what I'm saying? Don't rain and thunderstorm all the time. Thank God for some sunshine. But as we say each week, we want to get some experiment words. So you got something today, Q?
No, I just want to, the only thing I can say is that no matter what our backgrounds are, our color, our ethnic backgrounds are, you know, we are women. We want to stick together. We want to have each other's back. And this situation is really bringing a lot of women together, and we just need to make sure that we support one another.
Yes, we do.
And that's all I really got to say about that part. This is our moment. So it really doesn't matter what our backgrounds, our sexuality, our ethnic backgrounds, any of that, our color, gender, what, you know, well, gender, because we're talking about women, but we just really, this is a time to support each other.
It is. And we want to thank Miss Eunice Reynolds for coming up here with us. She's one of our older members that come up here, and she supports us all the time with us.
All the time.
I really appreciate that, Eunice. We really, really do. And like she gets in here and she talks and tells us, and gets in here too. You know,
she said she want to chill tonight because she just want to sit back and enjoy.
Yeah,
so she did that, and I hope you really enjoyed it. I really do.
Yes. So what we like to do, like Kid said, just pay attention, everybody. You know, that's my thing. Just pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to what's going on in the know. And if you know something, you know, open your mouth and say something. Talk about it. Yeah, talk about it in your community. Talk about it in your home. Because the more people that get on the same rally with it, that's how we can make change when we go to our local officials and our state officials and our, you know, and our government. That's how we're going to make changes. We have to talk about these issues, and they have to understand we know exactly what we're talking about. This is affecting us.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, guys, I guess we can just wish y'all a good night. Keep checking on our Facebook page. Share this live with others. If they're not on it, you know, share it, and then just look out for the lives that be coming up on Friday to close out our relationship thing, I guess for right now. And then just check us out. If any questions that we have, any questions y'all have, you know, inbox, let us know so we can have these conversations with y'all tonight.
Yep. So with that being said, have a very good week and see you guys on Friday.
Yes. Good night, guys.
Good night.